Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Imperial HoloNet. I'm JID123.
And I'm Red Leader Antilles.
Cole, you're up.
Oh, and I am Miracle.
And today, the three of us will be watching a Clone Wars episode. Season 2 episode. What episode is this?
16.
16, Cat and Mouse. Technically, it's a prequel to the movie.
Yep.
Because Clone Wars had
One
a
of
weird
two
production.
prequels to the movie. This is the first prequel, then the second one is Invisible Enemy, I believe.
Oh, yeah, right. And
So Funlines is for the Ryloth arc.
Right, because Clone Wars had a weird production order. So anyway, get on your Netflix, your DVD, or what have yous, and get yourself to 000 on your timestamp. Red, you want to count us down?
Yeah. 3, 2, 1, now.
Orchestral fanfare.
Yeah, that's...
Yay, I love this fanfare.
Yeah, I do too.
It's weird they call it the Star Wars theme, since it's not really the... A wise leader knows when to follow.
That's your moral of the day, kids.
And that actually has to do with this. But yeah, the separatist ships, resource rich planet.
Yeah.
Why is Kristoff's resource rich? It's just a bunch of crystals.
Rich crystals, hey, crystals
Maybe
are worth a lot of
maybe
money.
it's for lightsabers?
No, these are just giant crystalline things.
Crystals make a lot of money.
I love that this is better quality because it's the movie clips.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Ooh, that shot was actually pretty good. My only thing is like, why? Well, I guess there's locals and stuff like that. It's weird. It's nice to see Bail Organa actually doing stuff. So it's funny because obviously so many other things like he's in Force Unleashed. He's just like I don't get involved, and then he's just like F it, I'm doing this myself.
Another
really
thing
sucks when
Force
that
Unleashed is
Force
got
Unleashed-
retconned on.
Yeah, thank God for that.
What were you saying, Cole?
I said the sad thing about the Force Unleashed is that it had some interesting ideas. It just shortlined every single one of them that it had, in my opinion.
Didn't George like Force Unleashed a lot? I don't know. Probably.
I enjoyed it too, but
No,
I just
George.
think.
Talking about George.
Oh, George liked it?
I don't know. I'm always curious to see what George was involved in, what he wasn't.
Yay, Trench. And a cool-looking tactical droid, which I really like.
Oh, Red?
Did we lose Red?
In the show. Just more droids, more stuff.
Red, you cut out on us. What were you saying?
Oh, I really like the tactical droid. Because
They
I like the fact that we just add new things.
brought back a tactical droid's head in Rebels Season 2, Episode 1.
Well, that's cool.
Have any of y'all ever played the Lego Clone Wars games?
No.
Yes, and it's awesome.
Yes,
I
they
would.
are. They're a lot of fun.
I know there's this cool little section where you can actually have, like, big battles.
Oh
Yeah, I
yeah,
have
that it's not just a section. It's a feature in the game, and it's an awesome thing. It's on a lot of planets.
What's it called? What's the feature called?
It's just
Yeah,
some planets like that.
I have never gotten to it. The problem with me is my PS3 one tricked out on me, so I had to get it for the PC, and I've been playing that and trying to get up to the point where I can do that.
So we should probably talk about Trench.
Bring him back
Trench.
in Rebels.
What?
Bring him back in Rebels. Oh, wow.
I guess you'd have to, because that's the only way to remedy what they tell the fact that they ruined this episode later.
Oh, yeah, I forgot he got killed. I always forget that. I kind of just don't ignore
They
it.
brought him back as like a cyborg thing later in the episode where the clone like shoots a Jedi. Tup shoots a Jedi point blank in the head.
Mhm.
That episode, like for like a cameo in one episode, they ruined this episode. And what's sad is this guy got a good death, and they ruined it. And then, like, what's interesting is there was another person who had a good death, and they cut it out. The guy who was played by George Takei from season 1 from the Ryloth arc. Instead of him running away, the idea was going to be that the droids would say, "What do we do now?" And he just says, "Now we die." And they decided not to have that good scene because they wanted to bring it back later. And then they were like, and that would have been cool. And then they never got around to it. Then here, we have a character who does get killed, and then we bring him back later for no reason.
Yeah.
So the visuals in this are pretty good, from what I'm noticing.
They're really good.
Wonder what
Is that? I assume that's Christophsis Moon.
Probably. That's that's no moon. That's pretty big.
It's a planet.
Yeah. So is that like another planet? Like, what is that?
Too close to be another planet. Oh, I love the way those doors open. Dear God, that's awesome.
What do you think?
Yeah,
Every
that's
time I
a-
see that, we're gonna see that in episode 3. It's breathtaking every time.
What do you
Oh,
think it's gonna be
Anakin
like?
without Ahsoka as an apprentice.
Wonder what it's
Uh-huh.
like watching this episode first. Because if this is like the true first episode in watching order, I always get those two things mixed up.
It'd be good, cool to do an experiment to see what that experience is like.
People probably have. They have the list on StarWars.com.
Yeah, maybe if only we had the power to erase memory, that would be an interesting thing to try.
Then we can get Dan to like Clone Wars.
Yes, all preconceived notions are out the gate.
Well, I did hear somebody who likes Clone Wars saying you should probably watch it in watching order first, because then you can watch some of the better episodes first, and then some of the mediocre ones can come later.
What's your
Oh,
opinion
speaking
of
them adding, speaking of them adding new models of stuff, look in the back of there's the first look at these stealth clones, who are really awesome. I have a figure of one. They're so cool.
Oh, okay.
These guys with like the stealth, you know what I'm talking about. The guys with like the earmuff things.
Yeah, I see them.
These guys, that's what I really like about this show is they do a good job of showing the different sides of the military.
Yeah.
Also, we never saw this room again, and I really wish we did. Like, I wish we had a more consistent feel of the ships.
Okay, here's
Yeah.
something I've never understood. Just I think I'm probably forward tracking a bit, and probably should do this during another episode. But why is it in that season 6 Admiral Yularen seemed like he aged like 20 years?
Nah, he was already aging. I think it's just kind of.
Yeah, but one minute he's got like light brown hair, next minute he's totally gray and old.
This is not light brown hair. This is gray hair with just streaks of black still.
I haven't asked this, but what's y'all's favorite episode from season 1?
Rookies.
Which one?
Rookies.
Rookies.
That's a good
The
question.
Rishi Moon
I always
outpost
like
thing.
I like the Malevolence arc myself.
Yeah, the
Also,
Malevolence-
this is interesting. This is important to talk about. Pre-Clone War clones, Republic military, but like in this era, it's always fascinating to me because they didn't have a standing military, but their fights are always interesting because there wasn't this massive military war effort or anything. It was just kind of, but there was still a lot of like there was still a navy for the Republic, and we never really fleshed that out too much. We do somewhat in the Star Cyberspace War, but other than that.
You know, I'm surprised that Clone Wars, as far as I know, never did, is that they never did anything with Scytha Diaz.
No, they did.
They
Did
did.
In the season
Yeah, the
6.
final arc. That's the final arc of the show.
Isn't that the one that was Netflix only, though?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh. Because I was always wondering, I'm like, why have they not done anything with him? Because he's like one of the key parts to why the Clone Army even happened.
Did you watch the Netflix stuff?
I have not.
Well, you gotta watch the
We'll
Netflix.
probably get around to that then.
Oh,
Oh, and I really like this guy right here.
Yeah, that's a really cool looking armor.
In fact, that's actually the design they decided to use for all of the clone pilots when they get to Phase 2. Because in the movies, they had Oddball has that. When we watch Episode 3, we'll get to that. They had that, essentially just the X-wing pilot helmets, with a different visor. Which I have a figure of this guy in the front. It's so cool. I don't know why I really like the design, but I really like the inside of this ship as well. But yeah, what I was talking about was they used this pilot helmet as all of the pilots in Clone Wars later. They didn't use the Episode 3 design, they used this.
I actually like the Episode 3 design.
The Episode 3 design was always felt very minimalistic to me. These helmets look a lot more vivid and a lot more busy, and I kind of like that for the clone helmets.
Mm-hmm.
Well, clone troopers are awesome. Boy.
These ships are kind of interesting designs. They kind of look like toothpicks.
Yeah.
They look like something out of Star
Which
Trek.
we should probably talk. What we saying?
They look like something out of Star Trek. I don't know why.
We should probably talk about the single line that this entire thing is based on.
What's it based on?
That one line from Empire.
Oh,
No ship that small has a cloaking device.
oh yeah, that's red. Well, that's retcon now.
Well, no, it's not retcon. That's the point. This is the explanation.
Oh, okay.
That was why they made this episode, was as a joke to that. Because, and in fact, Uline even quotes it. He says, "Well, no ship that this small has a cloaking device," and the idea is that it's too small. That's why ships don't have this small don't have cloaking devices. Is because it's not able to I forget what it's not able to like fix its own magnetic signature or something like the fact it's just not strong enough. So it's kind of a universal explanation for that.
Only in Star Wars can an entire story be based off of one thing a guy said.
Yeah.
Well, I guess
Did y'all know that,
like that too.
Did y'all know that Revan was supposed to be on the Clone Wars show, but they cut him due to time?
Yes.
Yep. Well, it was because it was more because George didn't want him there.
I don't know why.
Because he felt like it was useless. Which actually, to be fair, I kind of agree. Since the Mortis arc already was a little padded.
I thought that was the Yoda arc that they wanted him to show up in.
No, it was the Mortis arc. He was going to talk to the sun. But back to this episode, I really like the look of Gustavus.
Yes.
And the shadows right here are really good. Like the shadows on Anakin's face right there were freaking brilliant.
Yeah.
The show does such a good job, and this episode is yet again referencing stuff. And this is kind of this is like Hunt for Red October mixed with a little bit of Star Trek 6.
Clone Wars, Clone Wars did a lot of that referencing stuff.
That's what I'm saying. Because we got Seven Samurais, the episode. We got like Aliens. We got Predator as a two-parter with the Trandoshans. We got Godzilla.
Yeah.
Which I love the intensity here. For a kid show, this is really sophisticated, intense stuff.
I don't remember it a lot. I don't remember this episode a lot, actually. When I got Netflix, I just started watching the mall stuff again, because that was my favorite stuff when it finally happened.
I need to go through and watch the mall stuff, because that's one of the things in episode 1 that I actually really liked was that fight, even though the character wasn't that fleshed out.
Mm-hmm.
So,
was
I
it
like
just
that.
now we're using bombs? What?
Okay.
They could fire missiles in episode 3.
No, just now they're firing bombs on them. Why wouldn't they do that sooner?
Yeah, no kidding.
I'm not a military man.
Nor am I. And I'm smarter than them. So.
They actually made a reference to Thrawn in the Rylos trilogy, but not directly the name. A tactic Thrawn used.
Oh, really?
Uh-huh. Yeah, Ahsoka creates a tactic that Pelion would use later. Which I love how Obi-Wan's being, usual Obi-Wan. Like, trying to be the voice of reason and stuff like that, where Anakin just disobeys orders. Though I do kind of wish this episode had a little bit more emphasis on, but just a little bit more emphasis on what Anakin is like without Ahsoka.
I don't see much of a difference, so yeah.
Yeah, so focus on that a little bit more.
Yeah, I agree.
Although, to be fair, if we did watch this in production order, I don't know if we could tell. We didn't know Ahsoka was coming.
Well, they didn't make it like that, though. You're calling it production order. It's not production order. It's continuity order.
Oh, right.
Production order would be in terms of they knew Ahsoka existed. They made this the 16th episode of season 2. They had already done Ahsoka's character for a year.
Oh, right. Oh, never mind then.
So yeah, there's no reason they shouldn't have done this.
I actually found something interesting in terms of production of these shows. Apparently, the Cham Syndulla episode of Rebels was written a year before Lord of the Sith came out. I just learned that a couple weeks ago.
Oh, I love that shot where we pan across the trooper's chest, just to show how crowded this plane is.
I love.
Where even the camera has no room to breathe.
Also,
those eyes are really cool. They keep track of them pretty well.
I
Yeah.
love General Grievous's ship. I mean, not that's what I call it. It's not.
Trench.
Yeah, Trench's ship.
This-
I call it the General Grievous ship, but that design.
Well, Grievous is the Invisible Hand.
It's the same design though. It's still a
Invisible Hand's a little bit longer.
yeah, but it's still the same thing. It's a Federation cruiser.
Yeah, the Trade Federation, Dreadnought class, I believe.
Yes.
Grievous is his Dreadnought class. This is slightly different. I think with Grievous, there's a few more things added on, and it's a little bit thicker instead of like.
All these
Also,
episodes,
Republic scum.
all these episodes directed by the same person, or do they get different directors in for each
You get
episode?
different directors.
Who directed this one?
I'll check on that. You guys keep talking.
Although the big guy in charge is, of course, Dave Filoni.
Well, he wasn't the director though. He was producer. I don't know if he directed
No,
anything.
he's directed a lot of these episodes and Rebels too.
I know Ben Edlund did one.
I love the use of the cloaking in this episode. It's it's very creative.
Mm-hmm. The way it looks is just awesome.
Yeah,
Kyle Dunleavy directed this.
Who wrote it?
It was written by It was written by Drew Z. Greenberg.
Oh, cool.
Huh.
Wonder how many of those guys are working on Rebels.
Kyle did Tomorrowland, Age of Extinction, and Jurassic World. He did Clone Wars. He did 20 episodes of Clone Wars. Oh God, he did some bad episodes. Destiny and Orders are good. To Catch a Jedi, good. Eminence, no. Sunny Day in the Void, no. Gathering, no.
Which
Soft
one's-
War, yes. Bounty, Deception, Kidnapped, yeah. Carnage of he did Carnage of Crow, Planet Descent, The Citadel. Oh damn, that's awesome. Monster, that's good.
Are these the ones
Heroes
he
on both
written, or
sides,
is this
Assassins, Sphere of Influence, Arc Troopers, Cat and Mouse, and The Mandalore Plot.
Is this?
Are these ones that he's written, or are these ones he's directed?
That is directing. Then animation department, he's just part of the animation department for Jurassic World, Tomorrowland, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the movie, Transformers, Age of Extinction in the spring, and then Clone Wars, War on Two Fronts, Wars of Temptation, Holocron Heist, Cargo of Doom, Liberty on Ryloth, Innocence of Ryloth, Trespass, Duel of the Droids, Downfall of a Droid, and Ambush.
Quite a volatile career from going from Clone Wars to Transformers.
Yeah, no kidding.
Well, he also did Jurassic World though.
Interesting.
But yeah, so
yeah, but that's iffy by some people's standards.
I like it because it has a cool.
yeah, but
fight.
the animation department and everything. So
Oh right.
yeah, I love Trent right here. He's so cool.
I kind of would like to see him in Rebels actually, like see a separatist who actually works for the good guys this time.
Well, we know that the Separatists were the foundation of the rebellion.
That's true. Oh, I actually. Well, maybe I should mention this later. The Darth Maul thing. Never mind. But yeah, I'd like to see like they. But I would like it if like Kanan had to deal with him. Like imagine like this is some separatist baddie who killed Jedi, and Kanan's like still this old timey warrior of the Clone Wars. Well, he's not an old timey because he just saw the last year of it, but still.
For I am your doom.
I wonder if we'll actually get if we ever gotten a Separatist who wasn't just generically kind of evil.
Well, with the exception of the Von Terrys, then no.
You mean the mustache twirling villain type evil?
Yeah.
I like mustache curling villain type evil because they're my favorite.
Yeah, but but if you overuse it, then it stops being interesting.
Yeah. If you have a spin on it, then it works. But if you don't, it just seems cliche.
Here is a spin on it, but then every other time it's just the same thing.
Yeah.
Unless
And
you're
again,
the
like
Von
we're
Terrys.
showing people's legs and stuff like that on the ship. Just a nice usage of, what do you call it? Just claustrophobic kind of filmmaking.
Yay.
But yeah, then yeah, he said the no ship this small has a cloaking device
No clip
and
this.
everything. Like Lauren even quotes that in the other magnetic thing. Like so, the fact that yes, no ship this small does have a cloaking device, or at least one that works. This is why they stopped using that. Battle stations. They're already in battle stations. Where is there to go? Ooh, I didn't realize there was that Top Gun thing.
Yeah, that's a nice callback. Well, not callback, but a nice reference.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we love the Trade Federation donut chips. They're my
Yeah.
I do too. They're a really unique design.
Oh, and then this moment right here is or the moment coming up is the Star Trek 6 reference I was talking about
Oh, you mean Cry
in
Havoc?
a little bit. What?
You mean the Cry Havoc? You mean like with General Chang?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Like the to be or not, and then turns around to be.
Oh, right.
That pretty much is what happens here with Trench, where he says a captain always goes down when talking about you, Lauren, and then sees the torpedoes and says with his ship.
Cool.
And although they're like flying back
Can you
in
hear
the
anything
ship.
in the background, by the way?
Yes.
Okay, just a second. I'll put my thing on mute.
Yeah, I love that Trench took the bait. Haha, he's an idiot, and also a spider. That's why he took the. You see, he's a spider getting caught in a web. Oh my gosh! I just realized why he's a spider.
Well,
Because he's a spider getting caught in a web. I just realized that.
oh, that's awesome.
I made that joke, and then I was like, and then yeah, here's the
To be.
moment where he realizes he's about
Wait,
to
you
die.
just realized he's a spider? I realized that for a long time.
Oh, and
Yeah,
didn't
no,
Anakin
no,
use that-
no. That he's a spider getting caught in a web.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, I love this moment where he just closes his eyes and takes it. Just, my only thing is, how does that entire ship get blown up just because the bridge is gone?
Yeah. Didn't Anakin use a method like this in the original Clone Wars cartoon and the first one?
I think so.
He used it to, I think, blow up a bunch of Vulture
Spirals.
droids.
Yeah.
Yeah, so yay, we get to the beginning of like them building a base, which then gets destroyed by a traitor clone.
Then they have to go on an attack.
And then they meet Ahsoka,
And
and Dan Toy weeps.
But then you will weep later because they have to save Jabba's son, who burps.
Yeah.
And also that, like, oh, looks like you're part of the team, kid. That goes nowhere. Like, we never see this team of people again.
Womp, womp.
I think this would have been better if this episode ended with Obi-Wan putting in his request for a Padawan. That ends up becoming him actually requesting for Anakin to get a Padawan. I think that would have been nice if we ended up.
That would have been cool to see.
Look at how cool Christophsis is.
Created by George Lucas. Executive producer Catherine Winder. Supervising director Dave Filoni. Produced by Carrie Silver. Starring. Let's see. Anybody interesting on this list?
Not really.
No, not really.
But yeah, so this was a really fun, kind of intriguing episode with a decent plot, really good visuals, especially for this show. Nice cinematography, just well directed overall.
Yeah.
So, anything else anybody want to say?
They shouldn't have brought back Trench, but since they did, might as well use him in Rebels.
Bring him back on Rebels. Bring everyone back on Rebels.
Cool villain, cool one and done episode. And, it's a good way to do a prequel episode without making it completely a prequel episode. Though I wish it was a little bit more focused on just what Anakin is like without Ahsoka, since he's a little too normal here. Probably because they got into like a niche of writing him that way. But yeah, that's all my thoughts. What about you guys?
I liked it. It was
Thank
fun.
you. Yeah, so it was really fun, very well directed, very solid episode.
I have nothing much to say on it, to be quite frank.
Yeah, you kind of took the words out of our mouth, Rod.
Okay,
Yeah.
so that's all.
Signing off.
Later.
And,